about what is the SQL and some basic commands related to SQL for database management. So earlier I have given a link to download the MySQL. So basically, this is the link that I have given to Ritesh sir. Ritesh sir, I think it is forwarded to the participants.
Yes, sir. It is already forwarded on the on WhatsApp group.
Okay. So I'm just giving an idea. If you in the Google, if you write MySQL download, you get many different links are there. One of the link is MySQL download, and many other links are there. So the link that I've given to you, which is specific to download the MySQL for Windows operating system. And if you see on the link, it will start from dev.mysql.com. Basically, it is a developer page, and this MySQL is dedicated for developer professionals. So you can download here, and you can download from any of the link. Either you can download for the first link or for the second link, and basically it is for 32-bit. When you click on the download, more important is earlier it was free, no need to, even though today it is also free, but now we have to make a login in the Oracle, in this Oracle company. So you go with the sign up option and make a login in the Oracle website, showing it here. Okay, so you can see it is a website of oracle.com. So you need to create your account. That is, you need to give the information to the Oracle company. And when your account is created, you will get a download link that you can download easily. After the download, just install it. The MySQL will be installed in your system. Now it is already installed in my system. So I'm just opening the MySQL. Just type MySQL. It will display MySQL 8.0 command line client. So remember, you need to work on the client software. And I have taken the version 8.0. There are many other versions are available. Some higher versions are available. But for the just to understand what is the MySQL, this version is easily available, and we can work on this version. So when you click on this version, this window will come. So very important part is when you installing the MySQL in your system, you need to set the password. By default, password is root, ROOT. So just type ROOT. You will get a prompt of MySQL. Now in this prompt, it is a command line window. In this prompt, you will write the MySQL SQL sentences and SQL command, and that will run here. Now understand the difference between SQL and MySQL. SQL basically is a conceptual thing. It is a, or you can say it is a theory part. It is giving a sentences. It is giving the syntax for writing the query. So when you go for writing a query, we need some framework, we need some idea. So SQL provide a detailed approach to write any query. So the query must be run on a software. So MySQL is a software. There are many other software to run the SQL queries. One is the Oracle, second is MySQL, DB, and there are many other DBMS, or you can say SQL softwares are available in which the SQL query will run. For this session, I am using the MySQL software, or you can say MySQL database is the technical name. I am using the MySQL database to run the SQL query. Okay. So first of all, very simple. You can clean your this screen. Now this prompt is MySQL. Here I will teach some SQL queries, SQL sentences that I will type here and it will run. Just hold on. So what is the SQL? It is a standard language, structure query language. S for S, structure, Q for query, L for language. So it is a structure query language for storing, manipulating, and retrieving data in the database. So in the previous session, I discussed about the Python. Python is for website development. It is not for database management. It will access, connect to the database, retrieve the data. But data must be stored somewhere where we can easily get the data, easily manipulate the data. So the DBMS system is totally different. And this SQL is dedicated to work on the database, only DBMS system. One important part when we are working on the SQL is we know the basic concept behind it is RDBMS. RDBMS meaning is Relational Database Management System. That is, this relational word is important. Meaning is if we have more than one table, three table, four tables, so we need to put the relation between the tables. What type of relation will exist and how will you get the data from more than one table? We need some query for it that is available in this RDBMS format. So when we are working in the RDBMS format for the database management system, meaning is your data will be in a tabular format. That is, the data is arranged in number of rows and number of columns. So every data in the RDBMS in a tables, and we can one table is attached with the second table, like third table, and from we can fetch the data from many tables, or we can fetch the data from one table also. Next part is how to work on MySQL. So let's go down. I'm just arranging the screen so that I can teach you at the same time. So this is your MySQL command prompt. First of all, to create a table, if you are going for any company, yeah, any application, we need to create the database. Okay. So to create a database, we write the create database, and you can say, for example, AKGIM. So database will be created. It is already exists. You can see it is giving the error. It is already exists. So you can see the databases. Now AKGM database is already created. If the database is already created, it will not create. So we can create some other database like databases. Type is not there. So database is created. Now you can see the database of kite has been created. Now you can show the databases. My screen is visual to all the students.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Voice is visual. Also, voice is audible.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Okay. So you can see the kite database is created. So whenever we are working on the SQL, first of all, we need to create a database. Today, I have created a database AKG in which I have created a table. Okay. So this is only to show that how to create a database. So after creating the database, we need to go inside the database. So we have written use AKG. Database has been changed. Now, if you want to see that you are in which database, so you can write status. Now you can see the current database is AKG. Okay. So up to now, I think it is clear to all the students. To create a table, the first job is to create a database. Second is go to the database with the help of use command. So I talk about two command. The one is for the create command. Second is for the use command. Okay. Next part is you are show the tables. So we have four tables here. One is the name of the table, second is student, third is two, and fourth one is user. Now we will work on the various tables. Okay. So query will be work on the tables that we'll discuss here. Now to create a table, we need to write the we need to write statement create table and student, then apply the parenthesis, then give the name of the field. So here the name of the field is student ID for the integer. Integer is the type of the data. So in student ID, we will use int integer where data, and in case of name, we will use character data, and size of the data is 255. So here we have created three fields: student ID, name, and address. So if you, I want to show that table to you. Select star from student. So you can see we have created three columns here. First one is student ID. It consists of only numbers. Then second field is name and third field is address. Okay. So we have already created the table and we have already inserted the value here. So no need to use the create table again because it has been already created. So creating a table, we will use the create command, and then table is the keyword, and here you can give any name for creating the table, and within the parenthesis you can write the name of the field and type of the field. Now to get the data from a table, so we will use the select command that I have just recently discussed to you, is the select star from student. It will display all the rows of a table. So we have 26 number of rows. It will display the data. Star here represent that it will display all the fields. So here it is showing we have three fields: student ID, name, and address. So it is showing all the field. Second is you can give the name of the field here. So it is your choice. Either you give the star or you give the name of the field. So here the name of the field is student ID, name, address. So we have given all three field names and then name of the table here. Now, not necessary to display all the field name. You can display only one field also. So just give the name of the column here. For example, we want to display student ID. So just give the name of the column student ID from student. So it will display only one column. So I'm writing here, select star, star is not needed, student ID from student, and put the semicolon at end of the query. So you can see it is displaying only one column. For example, suppose I want to display only the name. So then write here, select name. Name is the column name of table student from, and then semicolon. So it is displaying only the name. Okay. So this, with the help of select command, you can display the value of a table on the screen, and we have two options. Either you can use star or you can give the name of the field for which you want to display the data. Next, the table consists of duplicates data. So we want to display only the single data. Like we want different value. No duplicates will display on the result. So for that purpose, we need use distinct keyword. So select star. Before start, you just write distinct. It will remove the duplicates. It will display only the single row if there is a more than one row is present in the data. So like we have right now 26 rows and we have duplicate data here. Select distinct and star from student. So now we have 18 rows. So number of rows are reduced. So just putting the distinct, you can avoid to display the duplicate data. Here you can see duplicate data. It will look for all the columns. Okay, in any one of the column is data is different, then the data will be displayed. So if you want to remove the duplicates only one column, then we can write here select distinct, for example, name from student. So you can see there are 13 rows. It will display only the unique values. No duplicates data will display, or no duplicate data will be in the result. So I discussed about this part also. Next is where clause. I want to put a condition in the query. So I discuss up to this level, select star from student. Now I want to put a condition. Then we are using the where clause, the name of the column and the particular value. For example, we want to display all the student detail who are residing in Delhi. Address is Delhi. Then we can give the condition where address equal to Delhi. Like we want to display only the data related to student ID equal to 123. So where clause is provide the condition for the query. If you are not using the where clause, it will display the all the rows. Where clause basically restrict the number of rows, or you can say it will filter the data on the basis of the condition that you have mentioned. Like select star from student where address is the name of the column and daily. Now we are using, just see here, we are using a single quote here. Single quote basically to denote that the data is of type character, of type string. Okay. If there is a number is there, no need to put the single quote. If there is a data of type character, then we must put in the single quote. So therefore daily in the single quote. So it is showing AKG student. So here you can see the spelling mistake is there. So it will giving the error. So table name should be as it is, as you have created. It is displaying the data only related to the daily. Same way, you can display the data related to student ID equal to 123. Next is you can sort the data also. You can sort the data with the help of order by. See, order by is the clause which is attached with the select star from student, and you just give the name of the table, your data will be sorted. Now you can sort in the ascending order also, you can sort in the descending order also. Like you can sort in the with the help of two columns also. Like yeah, here we are giving the two column student ID comma name. So the first sorting will be based on the student ID and second sorting is based on the name. So see here, first is related to student ID, then name, select star from student, order by student ID. So it is sorting based on the student ID 1, 2, 3, then 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, 9. Now you can sort by student ID, then by name. You can second query is based on the name. By name is there. Yes. So you can sort by name. Here you can see in 1, 2, 3, the data is sorted by name. Then 2, 3, 3, there is a one record. And again in the 3, 4, 5, it is sorted by name. So the second sorting approach is applicable here. Okay. Now you can sort by some is part for the ascending and other is for the descending like this way. So I'm running this third query. This is your third query part is there. That is student ID is this. You are able to see the query. This is the query I'm going to run. That is a student ID. Just write here sending and after the name just write here sending. So now in the 1, 2, 3 we have Rajesh, Mukesh, hello and approve. Now the name data is in the descending order and the ID in the ascending order is mentioned. So with the help of the order by which we can sort the data in the result, and where clause is used for giving filtering for the conditions. Next is we can use the and clause in the where condition. So more than one condition is also possible. So the first condition is related to student ID to 1, 2, 3. Yes, I am audible to all the students.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and my SQL when we executing the query in my SQL database, so it is visible to all the audience. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can ask the query in between. If you have any query, you can ask it. So in the next, we are going. The condition can be more than one condition can be attached with the where clause. So the first one is we have select start from student, where student ID equal to 1 to 3. If you want to attach one more condition, we are using the AND operation. Now the second condition is related to the address column. We are want to search the address which for which the value start from character D. So percentage is the wildcard character. It will replace by more than one character. So meaning is if address field consists of any name start from the character D, it will taking care in this result. And like is the operator which indicate that the sub pattern. So here it is a pattern is mentioned. So address should match to this pattern and the student ID should be 1 to 3. So it is possible that in the where clause we can have more than one condition also. Either you can use the AND operator or you can use the OR operator. It is your choice. AND operator meaning is both the condition will true, then the result will display accordingly. In the OR operation, it can have student ID 123, or it can have address like D percentage. Okay. So I am showing this query. So make the changes in the query here, where student ID equal to 123, and we are taking address like the percentage semicolon. So this is address. This is the output. So it is taking only the AND condition. It will displaying the data related to student ID 123 and address equal to daily. If you are taking the OR value, so or it will take either student ID or ID equal to 123, or address will be start from the D. We can see we have more records. The records related to student ID 123 are daily. Here we have 869 also. Why we have 869 also here? Any participant, any student? In the student ID we have 869 also, even though we have given student ID 123. Any idea?
So because we use or not and.
So correct. For what? For which address it is showing 869? For which condition?
So the condition is if we use D character, which is
Yes.
in 123 Delhi, it in 869 it is D there also, and in 123 also.
Very
And we
good.
use the
Very good.
condition of or.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, because we have the D here, that's why it is taking the full record. And in this case, we have taken 123, but New Delhi is not started from the D, but the record is attached here. So this is the difference between OR and AND operation. Next, we can apply the NOT operation also. NOT operation meaning is just the opposite of a particular condition. The condition is student ID equal to 869. So 869 will not include it. The remaining records will display in the query. Okay. So like we have the query, we can make the changes in the same query, where not student ID 123. Now you can see 123 is not present. It is displaying only 869. Just hold on. Okay, just hold on. This one in the next. Okay. Now we have the condition for this. We need to close some window here. Okay. Next part is we can use between operator. Between operator is to check whether the value, the record should be that will display the record between 123 and 127. So student ID is not between 123 and 127. That record will be displayed. So here I am discussing about the not. again it is giving the opposite result. Now there is a in option. In option is if you are not using the not, then address consists of Delhi and ND. ND meaning is New Delhi here. If you are using the not operator, so it will take the address in which the Delhi and ND, these two values should not be present, and the result will be displayed accordingly. Now, next I'm going to discuss about insert into. So if your table has been created, we want to insert a row in the table, then we are using the insert into command. Now there are two major varieties here. Second is first one is we can give the column name here. Like we are going to insert a row and row is of 345. Amit is the name, address is the Ghaziabad. So first of all, we have to give the column name, student ID, name and address and give the values. This is your first approach. Second approach is if you are going to insert the values in all the columns, then no need to give the column name here. Just write insert into student and write the values, then give the name of the then give the values, student ID, the name and the address. Okay. Now you can enter more than one rows you with the help of only one statement. So here there is a no column is specified. We are using the values. The first row is this one is mentioned. Then use the comma. Then we have the second row is mentioned. Okay. So with the help of these three ways of inserting the row in a table, so we can insert by giving the column name, or we can insert without giving the column name, and more than one row can be also inserted with the help of with this sentence. Third part we can include in the tables. Now we have the update command. With the help of update command, we can update a existing record. So insert into command is for the inserting the new record. Update is the command for updating the existing record. Remember the difference between insert and update. So when we are going to update a record, we need to give the table name. Now then we are using the set command by setting the value and give the name of the column name, for example student ID, and we can provide the condition also here. Okay. So if any participant, if we have not given the condition, what will be happen? If you are somewhat familiar with the SQL, suppose I have not given the condition. Here we have given the condition where the student ID is 1 to 4, it should be updated by 456. And if this clause is not mentioned, if it is removed, what will be the effect?
Sir, there is no address where we have to update. For example, we have to update in 1 to 4, which is being replaced by 456. If there is no updation, no address passes to which cell
No,
we
no,
have to
no,
update.
no, I am talking about if there is a no where clause. There are three important keyword here. The first one is update, second is set, okay, and third is where. So if I not given the where clause, it is up to this one, query is up to this one. Then where will be the updation? What will happen? Whether there is a query is wrong?
So this query is wrong. It will pop up with a error.
No.
Then
Let's we check. But our data will be update. This query is not wrong. What will happen if you have not given the where clause? It will update all the rows.
sir, I guess if there are multiple student ID with 1 to 4, then whole 1 to 4 will be changed with 456.
No, I have not given this. So okay, I'm giving the ID. See here, 1 to 4 is not mentioned. Okay, condition is there. Select star from select star from student. Okay, we have 1 to 4 is not there. Now I am update student set student ID equal to 456. Here, query has been executed. What will be the output? There is no error here. Any idea? Hello, who was speaking?
Yes, sir.
So query has been executed. There is no error. Let's see the output. Select star from student. What is the change?
Sir,
It,
all
it is,
the uh, all
yes,
IDs changed with the number 456.
yes, got the point. Okay.
Sir,
So this was your earlier table before the update command. After the update command, we have not given the where clause. Then
sir,
automatically it will update all the records because we have not given the filter condition. We have not given the condition. So now
sir,
you understand the importance of where clause in the
yes.
update command.
So previously, you just mentioned in the previous slide of the use of not in. So how we can implement that as well? Can you please tell?
Not in,
Yes, sir.
not
Pre-
in. Yes, this is
previous. Yes,
not. Yes. First, I'm telling the in. Select star from student. Up to this level, the meaning is we are selecting all the records from the student. Correct? Okay.
yes, sir.
Up now putting the where clause. Where clause is we are filtering the record. We don't want all the records. We want some records only. Okay. We want records on which basis? There are three columns are there: student ID, name, and address. So we must have some condition. So I want the record on the basis of address field. So I've written here address, and address should be in. It should consider only daily and D. Got the point? Okay. I'm not using the not here. It is displaying only daily, ND, and daily. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, I'm using the not here. Here the not is mentioned. Okay. So I'm using the not here. Let's use the not in, and enter.
Got it, sir.
Got it? So it will displaying all the records except daily and ND.
ND. Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is the purpose of not is just to make the opposite of the query, opposite of the condition. So I am discussing about the update command. So update command in the where clause is very important. If you're not using the where clause, then it will update all the records. So sometime mistakenly, if you not given the where clause, so your records or you can say your data may not be correct, or you can say it may be misleading for the real data because it will update in all the records. Next is delete. Delete command is to delete a particular row. Delete from student. And where address equal to sing. For I've taken a value only. Sing basically is not the address. by default some wrong value is given in the address, so I have taken it as it is. Okay. So if you delete from student, the condition must be there. Again, if you have not given the condition, what will happen? Any other student? As given in the update, if not given the condition, so it will delete.
The same previous
Yes, yes, it will delete all the rows.
row.
Got the point? Okay. So where clause is a very powerful concept. It update and delete, you must apply the where clause. Otherwise, whatever you want to do, or you can say will not applicable in the query. Okay. So like if you given the delete from student, then it will delete all the rows from the table. But table will be present. It is possible we have a table with no rows. It is possible. Okay, so when we are using delete from student, meaning is the table is present but there is no data in the table. Now if you want to remove a table, then we are using the drop SQL statement, then write the table and give name of the student, then your table is deleted. So when the table is deleted, then you have to do the rework, create the table first, then insert the data in the table. So here we learn two key SQL command, delete and drop. Next is min and max function. So in case of min, find out the minimum of student ID. So we have and find out the maximum of student ID. Clear? So even though we have changed the data here, so I try to just give the information here, like select. We can insert the data sum, insert into student. And what should I do next? Any student, हमें कुछ data insert करना है इसमें. We can use values, then 1 2 3 comma, have given some myth, then GZB. Data has been inserted. See the select star from student. 1 2 3. Now I want to execute the min and max function. Select. Again, min is the method. It is a function. So after writing the min, write the parenthesis. In the parenthesis, write the column name. So I want to find out the minimum of student ID. Close the parenthesis. Then from which table? The table is from student. Suppose if you have not mentioned the table, what will happen? It give an error. Unknown column student ID in the field list, because you have not mentioned the table. So from clause is important also. Write the name of the table, student. So minimum is 1 2 3. I recently inserted. Then max function. So write here max. So what will be the output? Yes, any idea? 4 5 6. It is not showing all the
Maximum
rows.
of
It will
student
give the
ID.
minimum and max. Yes. Hello. Yes. Hi. You are talking. You are giving the answer.
Yes, sir. Maximum of student ID. The student ID which is
Maximum.
maximum
Yes.
out of all.
Yes. 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 So minimum value from a particular column and maximum value from a particular column. So we are using min and max value. Okay. Max, min, and max method. And these are the name of the function. Select is a SQL statement. Got the technical difference. Select is a SQL statement and min and max are the function. And we are passing the column name in this function, and this function will execute the column and give the answer. Next part is as you see in the output. Here it is showing max student ID. It is showing the column name. Suppose I want to give a different column name, then you can here use the as and give the name of the column. So, or you can say you can rename the column. So student ID is renamed as a small ID. So like I'm running the program here, select min student ID as meaning is we are giving the second name, the name that will be displayed in the result. As you can give any name, for example is small ID from student. You got the difference? What is the difference between both the table?
So name,
Yes.
the previous one, it is minimum, it is maximum student ID, and after the updation, it is small ID. The name is replaced by minimum student ID to small ID.
Yes, yes, that is your result of the query. So by default, it will give the column name which is given in the table, and you can change. So this as is a keyword of the SQL by which you can give the name that will be displayed in the result. Next one is count. Count the number of records from a student. Okay. See the output first. Count.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर
Yes.
सर ये एज वाला जो कीवर्ड है
Uh-huh.
ये स्मॉल आईडी टेबल नेम में फील्ड नेम को थोड़ी चेंज करेगा, ये खाली डिस्प्ले के टाइम पर दिखाएगा.
यस 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 इट विल चेंज, सिर्फ डिस्प्ले के टाइम पे ही चेंज करेगा,
थैंक यू सर.
टेबल में चेंज नहीं करेगा. काउंट स्टार फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट. So total number of records are 27. You can check it. Select star from student. So we have 27 records. With the help of the count function, you can find out the records here. Okay. Next, we have to count for one column. So star represent all the column. And if you want to count for a column, then we have to put a where clause also. Okay. Just see the output. It is student ID from student. There is no difference. 27 is we are putting the star. If you are putting one column again, we are getting the 27. There is no difference. Any idea? Because we have not given the where clause. If you have not given the where clause, it will consider all the rows. So put a where clause. Where student ID greater than, for example, taking the 200 because most of the 26. By 1 is removed, 123 has been removed. You got the point? So where clause is a very important part. If you are not using the where clause condition, then most of the cases you will get the same results. Okay. Then we have the distinct. Distinct is it will remove the duplicates, and it will give the unique. It will count only the unique values and accordingly give the results. Now wildcards. What do you mean by wildcard characters? what is the meaning of wildcard? Any student? Yes, any student, you have any idea? So I'm just telling wildcard character. I'm just telling the general concept in any programming language. Okay. So wildcard characters are these are the characters which are substitute for any other characters. For example, if you are using the percentage in any string, yeah, any substring, it represent percentage can be replaced by zero, meaning is nothing. Percentage can be replaced by one character, or percentage can be replaced by multiple characters. So the percentage represent that zero time meaning is nothing, one time or multiple characters. If you are using the underscore represent one character only, that is single character only. So these two wildcard characters, percentage and underscore, will be used with the like operator. As I have gone through this presentation, like operator is used in the where clause. See the output. So we have two query here. Select star from student. I think you all know up to this label. Then we are putting the where clause, and I want to put some like option substring related in the address column. So we have given the address, like, and percentage. Meaning is any string starting from the n will be considered in the result. So starting character must be n, and remaining characters can be nothing. There is a no character. It can be one character. It can be more than one character also. Now, if you go for underscore, select star from student up to this level. We know it very well. Then we are using the where clause. Address is the column name and like is the operator, and we have n and underscore. Meaning is it will look for the string only that have only two characters. And first character should be n, and second character can be any character. Because underscore represent only single character, percentage represent only more than one character. So I'm showing the output. This is select star from student where address, like, and percentage. Okay, this is the output. Next underscore. This is the output. Yes, any student tell me the differences between these two results. One is with n percentage, second is with n underscore. This is a very basic and important concept. If you are learning Python, if you are learning C, C++, SQL, anywhere, these wildcard characters are used.
So in n percentage, in 456 name location New Delhi. In the percentage, we have more than one character. So it includes New and Delhi as well both. But in the underscore, there is only one character, which is ND. But in New Delhi, there is two character. That's why an underscore could not display New Delhi.
Very good, very good. Okay, so percentage represent more than one character, and underscore represent only the single character. These are two wildcard characters by which we can make our query more comprehensive and according to pattern matching. Basically, it is a pattern. Technical name we call as a pattern. So we are making the address matching with a pattern. In the pattern, starting character should be n and remaining characters can be anything. Similarly, in the second where pattern matching is starting character should be and remaining character should be only single. So it is looking for only two characters. The first character should be n and second character can be anything.
Sir, is there any condition if we use percentage and underscore before and as well?
Yes, 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 it is possible. It is possible. We can have, if we have the data, it will display. We can have like this way of the query. So its meaning is before n can be any characters, after n can be any number of characters. Got the point? Okay. Let's see if you have the data, it will display. Yes, we have some data. Which new data has been added? Kanpur. Got the point? And it is also possible we can have only n here, percentage n. Its meaning is the pattern must match with a substring where ending character is n. If you have the data, empty set, there is no data. It is also possible just put the underscore. Yes. Any student, what is its meaning? We have percentage, then we have n and underscore.
It will display both the data.
No, first after the n, how many number of characters should be there? We are
Uh,
we are
Under
using
only one character
yes.
will only display ND.
Let's
And
see. No, no, before n can be any character. Before n
sir,
can be before
sir,
n, hi. Hello. Yes.
sir, I am saying about the after N condition.
After n can be any after n can be any one character because underscore is there.
N can be any one character, and before N, it is more than one character.
Yes, yes. Before n, it is more than one character because in our database we have a ND, so it is displaying only the ND. Okay. Now it is also possible like this way. You can have any number of combination. I think you have get the idea for this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can combine the both percentage also, and you can combine the underscore also. Okay, so let's see we have any data here. Yes, one of the data is there. Why Kanpur is there? Before n we have single character, then percentage, then we have p, then again percentage. So before n and after n we have some data, so it is showing there Kanpur only. Okay. So up to this level, I discussed about some basic concept. I'm just giving a recap because this is very basic. If you are working in the SQL, then I go with some detailed work for this one. Like if you're going to create a table, what is the important first? Yes, any student. In MySQL, this is the MySQL. This is MySQL. If you are going to create any table, if you decided you have to create three tables for your MBA department, what you will do first? Because it is a some many student making the mistake here. What you do first? Suppose one table for example, in MBA 1, MBA 2, MBA 3. There are three subject in MBA: subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. And we are going to create the three tables in MySQL. What you will do first? First, we
First of all, we have to create
create database. Got the point? First of all, we have to create the database and then we create the table. You got the structure?
Yes, sir.
Okay, अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि we have to create the 5 tables, I've given the job, you need to create the 5 tables for 5 sections. So what you do, first create the database,
First
then
of all,
visit.
then table. Correct.
Yes, first of all create the database, then create the table. Hello, you got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So most of the mistakes are at the initial level. Students start creating the table immediately, which is not possible. So first create the database, go to the database with the help of use command, then create the table. If you want to know how many databases are available in your MySQL, then just use the show databases, show the table. Okay. Right now I'm in AKG database, then you can use show tables. So it will show the number of tables. I'm just recapping the important things. It is just to use the create the table. Now important part is where clause. Okay, second important part is where clause. If you want to filter the data, then your where clause must be there. So it is important statement for any SQL query. And then we can give the condition. A question, I just want to ask a question. Left hand side, it is compulsory to have the column name. Is it compulsory to have the column name?
No, sir.
No. Any other student?
So can you please repeat your question?
My question is the condition is address equal to daily. Okay. So my question is this is the equal to sign. Before the equal to sign, it is a left hand, it is a right hand. Okay. So before the equal to sign, is it necessary to have the column name only? इक्वल टू से पहले क्या कॉलम नेम ही होना
No,
चाहिए
वो भी हो सकती है.
क्या हम दिल्ली इक्वल टू एड्रेस लिख सकते हैं
सर नहीं, वो तो हम लोगों को जिसमें जैसे चेंज करना होगा, जो पर्टिकुलर अगर फॉर एग्जांपल हमारे पास में स्टूडेंट नेम की है, तो
हम्म।
हमें पहले देखना पड़ेगा कि हमारा जो मतलब हमें रेंज क्या मतलब क्या देनी है. फॉर एग्जांपल इसमें हमें एड्रेस के अंदर ही सारी की सारी पर्टिकुलर सिटीज का होगा या फिर जो भी कुछ हम लोगों ने डेटा इंसर्ट करा होगा.
हाँ,
तो
तो मैं
अगर करेंगे और बाद में एड्रेस को करेंगे तो फिर ये ऐसे पॉसिबल तो नहीं होगा.
ये मेरा ये है कि यहाँ पे जो इक्वल टू कोई भी कंडीशन होगी उससे पहले आपको कॉलम नेम ही देना होगा देयर दिस साइड लेफ्ट हैंड साइड मस्ट बी द कॉलम नेम ओके एंड राइट हैंड साइड शुड बी द वैल्यू फॉर एनी कंडीशन. Here cannot be any user defined data. These are the column names which is already defined in the table. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay. So in the where clause, after the where clause, you have to give the column name as it is that you already created in the table. Then you give the value here. Now order by. Sorting is very easy. Just use the order by concept with the help of this. You can sort ascending and descending according to your choice. Then how many condition in this where clause? Yes, any student. How many condition? 4, 5, 2, 3, or 1? 1, 2, or 3?
So two conditions and one.
Yes, good. Can we have more than two conditions?
I guess there is one condition of nor as well.
It is possible. I am just telling, can we add some more condition here? Like we have student ID 123 and address like percentage D, then we can have name equal to Amit. Is it possible? Here we write and, then we write name equal to Amit. So is it, can we have three conditions also?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is possible. So any number of condition you can have, not necessarily limited by one, two, or three. And all this condition can be joined with the AND operation or can OR operation. These are two important part. Like now I discuss about this is important part where clause is important in the update. Then delete, you need to take care if you are using delete from a particular table, then it will delete all the rows. Then there are multiple function. I discuss only min and max functions. So there are multiple function. We have sum function, we have average function. Here my idea is you must know we can apply the functions which are already available in the SQL, and we can write these functions in the query and you can find out the result. So min and max is just giving an idea, and there are a lot of functions are available in the SQL. We have sum, average, and many other type of functions are available. Next, as is one of the keyword which is available in the query, just to give rename of the column. Practically it is not changing the column name, it is just to change the name at the result. So we have one of the function is count. This thing is used to remove the duplicacy. Then there are wildcard characters, percentage, and now again important, from DBMS to DBMS, that is database server to database server. In MySQL, these two wildcard characters are applicable. If you are using Oracle or many other DBMS package, there are more than two wildcard characters. There are many other wildcard characters are available that you need to refer a particular database management system. But in MySQL, these two wildcard characters are generally used, percentage and underscore. Our next part is suppose we have a two tables and we want to join the tables. So what is the approach of joining the table that we are going to learn here? There are two types of join. One is inner join, second is outer join. Inner join meaning is, suppose this is a table 1, this is the table 1, and this is the table 2. I want to join these two tables. So it will return only the matching rows where number of columns data are matched. That row will be written with the help of the inner join. As per MySQL, it can add maximum of 256 table can be joined, and it will give the matching rows of all the tables, the number of tables that you mentioned in the query. This is called the inner join. Matching rows will be written. Second, we have the outer join. Outer join meaning is it will return the matching rows plus non-matching rows also. Whenever we are talking about the non-matching rows, and if we have the two tables, then we need to think about we have to take the non-matching rows from which table? From table 1 or table 2, because we have the two tables. So if you go with the non-matching, there are three conditions are available. This is called join, left outer join. So we have the matching rows here as well as non-matching rows of the left table. Similarly, if you go for the right outer join, we have matching rows here and non-matching rows of the right table, or you can say second table. If we have full outer join, we have a matching rows here, non-matching of the left also, and non-matching of the right also. Yes. Any question here? What is the difference between matching and non-matching? Any idea? Okay, let's we go ahead. Now suppose there are two tables, 1 and 2. When we take select star from 1 and 2, there are table 1 and table 2, and number of columns are mentioned here, x and y, a, and these are the data 1a, 4b, 2b, 2a, 2, 3, and 5b. Now, if you have given the query this one, like select star from 1, okay. Right now, the query that I have executed consists of only the single table. Now I am executing the query with the two tables. First table name is 1, second table name is 2. So what will be the output? So this is the table 1 and table 2. What is the output? It will take the first row from the first table, then it will take the first row from the second table, it will take the first row from the first table and second row from the second table. It will take the first row from the first table and third row from the second table. So it is a matching. First row will match with the first row, first row will match with the second row, first row which will match to the third row. Then we'll take the second row of the first table, match with the first row of the second table. Accordingly, with second matching, second and third is matching. Then it will take the third row, match with the first row of the second table. Third and two is matching, and third and third is matching. And there are three number of rows, and number of rows in the result will be 9. Yes, the question from here. Have you got, if you are using the two tables in a query, what will be the output? So it is a one by one matching, one row match with remaining rows of the second table. Second row will match with the remaining row of the second table. Okay, my question is why we have 1A, 1A, 1A three times here? Yes, any student. Yes, participant. Hello.
No idea, sir. Please explain.
Yes, any student. Why we have 1A, 1A three times here, 4D, 4D three times here, and 2B, 2B, 2B three times here.
So from the previous slide,
Yeah.
I guess we can take the data from the first table. First of all, we have to consider all the rows of table first, which will match with the all the rows of table two.
That is
That
first row of table 1 will match with the all rows
all
of
the
table 2.
all the yes, sir. Then second row of the table first will cover all the table of uh, all the row of table two. Similarly for the third one.
Okay, good, good. So when we are taking, just hold on. Okay. So when we are taking here two tables, then this is the matching of first row with the remaining rows of the table. Okay. So this is called when we are using select star from first table and second table, and the name for this product is called Cartesian product. So Cartesian product basically meaning is we are using the first row will matching with remaining all the rows. Second row is matching with remaining all the rows. Third row will matching with remaining with all the rows. So this is the result. Okay. Three row multiplied by 9 rows. Therefore, its name is Cartesian product. Name is the product word is mentioned because we are using the multiplication concept. Now, this is the theory part. How will you do in MySQL? Okay, so syntax is mentioned here in MySQL. We have inner join that using the Cartesian product, then apply the where clause. Okay, so sentence is column 1, column n, then we are taking the table, then we have join condition, then we can apply the AND operation also. So look for select start from one and two. So inner join meaning is we need to take the matching rows from both the table. So which is matching here? एक टेबल आपकी ये है and the second table is mentioned here. Which data is matching? Yes, any student.
Sir, only two. From the table
Yes,
one,
yes,
only
yes.
two is there, and from
Only
table two, the value of x is
yes,
also
yes. So
there.
it is matching at the column X only, and the matching value is this two. But in the result, it will display the column B also because it will take one row. So therefore, the two is matching here. Again, the two is matching here, and it is also showing the B part here. Okay. Now, just give an idea. I want to display only the X. What will be the change in this query? मुझे खाली X डिस्प्ले करना है. क्या चेंज होगा इस क्वेरी में? स्टार की जगह पे हम क्या लिखेंगे? We just write the X here. But there is a confusion will be created. Which X? Whether it will take the X of the table 1 or it will take the X of the table 2 because the column name is same. So we have to write the name of the table here. So for example, name of the table is 1 and X. So it will display only the one value to X of table 1. Now we have inner join is to maintain the common things, that is the which are matching things. Okay, so we are using the where clause and we are using the table name here because X column is present in both the tables. So we are using 1.x here, 2.x here. You got the point? यहाँ पे हमने 1 क्यों लगाया है और यहाँ पे 2 क्यों लगाया है? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because this X column is present in both the tables. ठीक है, अगर यहाँ पे Y होता, and just बाद में बात करते हैं. if we take the Y here, यहाँ पे Y कर देते हैं, उस केस में यहाँ पे 2 लगाने की जरूरत है?
No, sir.
नो सर. गुड. तो यहाँ पे 1.x इक्वल टू क्या लिखेंगे? Y लिख देंगे यहाँ पे. And 2y is automatically taken from the second table too. This is related to inner join. Now, This is the outcome of this query. Select star from 1 to, then we are using where 1.x and 2.x. Next, as I discussed, I want to display only 1x because in this we have the 2x is displaying 1x from the table 1 and second x from the table 2. So I want to display only that 1x. So we are using 1.x here and just write the name of the column A and B. A column A and B are both are different. Column is not same. So it is automatically taken A from table 1 and B from table 2. Then it is the inner join condition. Inner join condition meaning is matching condition for on which you want to make the common attributes. So 1.x equal to 2.x, it will display the result accordingly. Now we can use the inner join also as it is named, like select name of the column from table 1, inner join table 2 on condition. So here I'm showing the before starting the full join. So we have the select star from 1. This is the table 1. Select star from 2. This is the table 2. Then select 1 dot x comma a comma b from 1 comma 2 where 1 dot x equal to 2 dot x. So it is displaying, and we can display with the help of inner join also. Select this. Yeah, here you write this is from table 1 right here. Inner join, two tables will be joined on condition right on. Okay. And suppose I have not written the on condition. We have just written one table inner join 2. This is the output. Yes, any student, why we are giving this output? Why MySQL is giving this output? Even though I have mentioned the inner join. Yes, give an idea.
So it is similarly the case of 3 by 3 matrices in
Well,
the last one.
yes, it is similar to the Cartesian product. But why we
Yes.
are giving why we are getting this output?
So
Even
because
though even though we have mentioned the inner join word in the query, it is written there, no? Because we have not given the on condition. We have not given the on condition. Understand the importance of on condition. On which condition you are going to provide the matching? On which condition the two tables will match? When we are not giving the on condition, query could not understand on which condition you are to going to match. Just writing the inner join is not sufficient. You must give the on condition. It is also mentioned in the syntax. So joining condition, you need to mention 1 dot x equal to 2 dot x. Okay, you got the point? Hello. You understand the importance of on condition?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So till now I discussed the inner join and just recap the inner join very briefly. Inner join important is where clause. You can inner join without the inner join keyword with the help of where clause, and you can also inner join with the inner join keyword, but you must provide the on condition. Next, going with the outer join, there are three variety in the outer join: left join, full join, and right join. Left join, now you know about the meaning of matching. We have the matching value as well as not matching value from the left table. We have matching and non-matching from both the table. It is a full join. We have a matching and non-matching from the right table. So there are some basic differences. In the inner join, we can have more than two table. 256 number of table is very huge number of tables. In practically, generally we are using two or three tables, more, maximum five and six table. So this is maximum limitation is mentioned. But outer join we have the two tables because we go for non-matching condition also. So therefore, the two tables are applicable in case of outer join. So it will return the matching row, it will return the matching as well as non-matching rows. In the outer join, we have three version: left outer join, full outer join, and right outer join. Now, inner join can be have the two way with the help of where clause and with the help of inner join. And in the on clause, we can apply the join condition. So this is related to outer join. We have three options: left, right, and full join, table 1 and table 2, and give the on condition. So how will you define the left table and right table? So before the join type, if you mention the table here, so this is called the left table. If after the join type you mention the table, it is called the right table. Then provide the on condition. Now we have used here star, then 1 and 2. Which one is the left table and which one is the right table? Yes. 1 is the left table and 2 is the right table. So we are using the left join. So it will give the matching row. Matching row is 2. As well as not matching row of 1A and 4D. So it will display all the rows of table 1 as well as matching row of the table 2. Yes, you understand this table? So if we run the same program in the MySQL, so we have select star from 1 left join, then give 2 on 1 dot x equal to 2 dot y, 2 dot x. You can see here. Why the null value is here? Yes, any student. Why the null value is showing? वन ए के बाद यहाँ पे नल वैल्यू क्यों दिखा रहा है? Because there is a no match is at this area. We have to take the 1A, we need to insert in the table. So therefore it is showing the null in the, it is a related table 2. 4D, it is showing the null here. So if you make the right join, let's make a small change. Right join, showing the null this side. And if you want to make the full join, full join. It is showing the error. Yes, any student, why it is showing the error in the full join and showing the unknown column of 1.x in on clause, even though 1.x is working earlier. Yes, any student, any participant? Why there is a error here? Because in the full join there is no condition required. In the left join and right join, condition is needed. We need some matching condition. Therefore, on clause must be there. But in case of full join, it is just like a Cartesian product of two tables. So no need to give the any condition. So I just remove the condition when we are executing it, and it is displaying all the rows. That is all the row of second column, all the row of the first table, and all the row of the second table. So this is the way we are working in the outer join. So this is the way of giving the query for the left join. Then for the right join, just use right here. So it will display the right join. This is for the right join. Then we have the full join. Even though the condition is matching here, but it will not work in the MySQL because no condition is needed. So this is called the full join. So till now I discussed about a small recap. I discussed about two types of join. One is inner join and second is outer join. So inner join is matching row 256 tables. Outer join is matching plus non-matching rows, but it will work on the two tables. And outer join is of two types: left outer join, full outer join, and right outer joins. Then there are query how to write the query related to inner join and related to outer join. So next topic is stored procedure. Stored procedure meaning is procedure basically a set of queries. Here we are running one query at a time. It is possible more than one query can be given a name, and you just call that name. More than one query will be executed at the same time. So we call as a stored procedure. So basically, it is a group of declarative SQL statement. Declarative SQL statement, the SQL statement that we recently learned. Okay. Inside a database catalog, stored procedure help to reduce the traffic between application of data servers. So whenever we are running a query, it will connect to the server. And if you are running query more than one query very frequently, so it will give more traffic to the server side. So it is the best way to include more than one SQL statement in one procedure and just call the procedure. So stored procedures are reusable and transparent to any applications. Now to write a stored procedure in MySQL, first we have to make the delimiter. So I'm just telling what is the meaning of delimiter. By default, MySQL, the delimiter is semicolon, like we are using select star from student. Then have to write the semicolon. I am putting the semicolon. Semicolon is a delimiter, or you can say end of the query. So semicolon is a by default. So if you are writing any procedure, first we need to remove the delimiter. So write the delimiter here. Delimiter dash. Now semicolon is not the delimiter. Now the delimiter become two slash. Now we are going to create a procedure. Create procedure. For example, get student, then write parenthesis. Then we write begin here. Begin is the starting of procedure. Then write a SQL query. Select star from student. If you want to run this query multiple times, so better to put in a procedure. Then end of the procedure, then use the delimiter. Now the procedure is removed. Okay, this procedure is already exists, so we can go for, again we have to write. Okay, it's okay, this procedure is already written. So when you, if it is not present in your MySQL, so this procedure is created. So next part is to call this procedure. This is the way we have created the procedure in MySQL. You can see first we need to remove the delimiter, then create the procedure with the help of call the procedure get all products. It is related to find out the products. I have given the created the procedure related to student. Now to call a procedure, you will use the call statement. Okay, so the procedure name is get students. So we are using call students get students semicolon. Okay, delimiter is not changed. Okay, so it will not change it. To close the window, then only it will work. MySQL root systems CLS. Then we use database and all students. So this is the query. Okay. Now you can see I just call the get student. Get student is the name of the procedure, and we are just calling it. Okay. So we are just calling it only the get student procedure. So the query is executed and it is displaying the output. Okay. So if you again call it, you need to write the query again and again. Get students, same query is executed. You can have more than one query within a procedure. So writing the procedure is, remember, first we need to remove the delimiter, then write the procedure, then we have to make change the previous delimiter is semicolon. If you're not doing what I have to do, I have to close the MySQL, then restart it. Okay. So whenever we are making a procedure, change the delimiter and reverse back, or you can say semicolon must be again put back to the as a delimiter for running any query. So this is related to very small idea about stored procedure. Now go ahead. In the store procedure, we can create a variable also. To declare a variable, we can define the declare statement, then write the name of the variable total cell, and the type of the variable is integer and default value is 0. Now to set the value of a variable, we can use the set command, total count equal to 10. Total count is already defined as an integer and default value is 0. Now a variable is the name, and if it is begin with the at the rate symbol, then we call as a session variable. Session variable is the variable that will stay after the procedure also. So there are three modes of a variable. Variable can be of type in mode, it can be of out mode, it can be of in out mode. So there are three different modes are defined to define a variable. Now, in case of in mode, which is the default mode, meaning is the variable will not be updated outside the procedure, only updated within the procedure. Okay. So the value of in parameter is protected. It means that the value of in parameter is changed inside the stored procedure, and its original value is retained after the stored procedure ends. In case of out mode of parameter, value can be changed inside the procedure also, and value can updated value will display outside the procedure also. Got the difference between in mode and out mode. In case of in mode, variable is only updated inside the procedure, and updated value cannot be displayed outside the procedure. Okay. In case of out mode of parameter, updated value will be reflect to the outside the procedure. Now middle of this in and out is in out mode, in which the variable can be easily modified inside the procedure, and updated mode will display outside the procedure also. So I discussed three mode: in mode, out mode, and in out mode. Now to define the mode, this is the approach. Now you can see it is a simple procedure to get office by country. Name of the variable is country name and its mode is defined in. Meaning is it can be updated within the procedure, but updated value will not display outside the procedure. Now type of this variable is var character and size of this variable is 255 characters. Starting of the procedure, then we have given the query select star from offices where country equal to country name. So I will pass the name. It will match with the country column and accordingly the output will display. This is a procedure we have defined. Now the beauty of this procedure is you can change here the value. This time you are running the procedure get office by country with the value USA. Other time you are running this same procedure, that is same setup query with different value like India, like China. So no need to change the query. If the procedure is not defined, then you have to modify the query. If the procedure is defined, no need to modify the query, only just pass the value as a variable and you will get the output. Now there is a one more example of the procedure is there. Like we are not necessary to always use slash for the delimiter. You can use any character as of your choice. Here we are using double dollar symbol for the delimiter, and name of the procedure is count order by status. So we have order status as a of in mode and total is of out mode. So we are providing the order status on the basis of order number. So we are counting the order number and total count will be stored in the variable total. So this into will store the value of result of the count function into the variable of total, and total is already defined as a out variable. So output of this total variable will be visible to outside the procedure, and whatever the variable I am giving will be matched with the status column of the table orders, and when this condition will be matched, it will display the total value, that is total number of order status for a particular order count. So when we call this procedure count order by status, and we are passing the order type is shipped, how many orders are shipped, then the total number of shipping orders will be stored in a variable total. Just use select total, it will display the output 302. Next, we can give rename of a total variable with the help of as keyword. So we are using select total, total in process. So its second name is total in process. So if you just type the total in process, it will display the output. Now we have in out parameter. So here in out parameter is count, and increment is the parameter of mode in. So increment will changes, make the modification in this parameter, and whatever the modification, the count variable will be visible to the outside. So value is, we are setting the count variable, we are just incrementing the count variable whatever is mentioned in this increment variable. So we have the set the counter equal to 1, and this counter will be stored in this count variable. So by default the counter value is 1, it will be stored in the 1, and here we are going giving the increment value is 1. So 1 is already stored because it is of in out parameter, so it will maintain its value. So it will maintain its value. So 1 is added 2. When we call it second time, this procedure is called second time. 2 will be added 1, it becomes 3, and 3 will be maintained in the second column. So when we call the third time, the count value will be maintained as equal to 3, and 5 will be added, it will display 8 here. So here the understanding is that any count, any variable of type in out will modify inside the procedure also, and will reflect its updation in various call of the same procedure. So I'm just giving the last example, I'm running out of time. Just it is a last example. We have the procedure with the name of the procedure is get order by customer, and we have four out mode variable: shipped, cancelled, resolved, disputed, and one in mode variable is customer number. So on the basis of customer number, it will find out for a particular customer how many orders are shipped, how many orders are cancelled, how many orders are resolved, how many orders are disputed. So there is a separate query for find out how many orders are shipped. We are calculating with the help of count method, and it will be stored in a variable shipped, and then customer number is match whatever we are passing, and taking the status of only shipping orders. Similarly, for the cancelled, total number of orders which are cancelled will be stored with the help of count function, and we are just matching with a particular. So for a one customer, it is summaries for a one customer, we are finding how many orders shipped, how many orders are cancelled, how many orders are resolved, and how many orders are disputed. So in a one procedure, we have given four queries: query 1, 2, query 3, and query 4. So when we call this function with the help of value, so customer number is 141, and we want the output. Therefore we are using at the rate symbol. We are making a session variable, passing the variable here, and the data will be stored in this variable related to shipping, cancel, resolve, and disputed, and with the help of the select we are displaying the value. So this is the last example, is a big example, just summary of whatever I learned today. We can have the procedure, we can have various method like min function, count function, max function, And there is a where clause is important to filter the result, and we can club more than one SQL query in a one procedure and just call the procedure, all the query will be executed. I think I have in the time, and this is the section related to SQL. Any query I can, a participant can ask any query. Thank you very much.
Any question from participant side? Participants are free to ask any question here. Himanshu, can we move ahead?
For making us, thank you, sir, for making understand and about basics of SQL, create databases, create table of join, and stored procedure. It is a very simple and efficient way to participating. Will be utilizing all this. The companies in would be very beneficial for them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ritesh sir, and thank you for the participants for calling me. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Himanshu,
Dear participants, feedback come attendance link is in the chat box. You're requested to kindly fill it out. Since most of the participants have filled the registration form, so I believe we should end the call for the day. We'll meet at the same time tomorrow.